here.
And that's not hateful, is it?
What's good, what's great, and who is next? I'll tell you who's next. It's you. This new matrix, this new observation of control is set to serve a generation of basically the same person. We've grown too comfortable with judging a book by its cover. We sit around as humans and debate whether capitalism is good or bad for the world. We're eventually going to end up as a society that reads fewer books and understands less about the very same people that live around us. This is what made me understand the glitches in the Matrix.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside...
What is wrong with you?
Where does jealousy and envy come from, if you think about it? Jealousy and envy comes from what? Sometimes
usually.
It comes from people that no matter what they do, they can never be Tate.
Yeah.
They can never, ever. Like we were talking to Grant Stephan and he says, what do you think about Tate? What do you think about everybody that's going to try to do his affiliate marketing? I said, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I said, he's not duplicatable.
Yeah.
So non-duplicatable people like you are annoying to people that are, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Correct.
They can't sit there and say, no matter how many motivational books they read,
right.
no matter how many videos of you they watch, they cannot talk like you and tell the story.
Yeah.
You're the next one to become a bot. You're the next one to be put in a situation where you're going to be peer pressured to accept a certain system in order for yourself to thrive.
You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it.
Words lead to actions. Words lead to actions, and
Then leave. I guess my words and my opinions led to your actions to come and be around me. So just leave.
Actually, I'm just trying to walk to fucking class, but...
Then walk.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, yes.
You got her.
So I say, if you accept that in a basic pickup game of basketball for $10,000 without referees and judges, humans are going to naturally avert to cheating to make sure they win. Do you think the people who are in charge of the world, for the power and control of the entire populace and all of its resources, are not going to consider cheating to win? You think it's not going to cross their mind to just go, you know what, let's just change this little bit?
I was thinking.
You're going to sit there and believe, no, it's fair. Nothing is fair. Nothing has ever been fair. If you've lived a life of genuine hardship, the first thing you will learn is that nothing is ever fair.
And after watching that clip, I feel like we're going into a point where, like, it's basically saying, like, if you basically had a job where, you had a client and, your purpose of this job was to make sure that your client had a great experience, and you were with this client for 2 hours. And out of the 2 hours that you were with this client, you made a mistake and you threw up, but a little bit got on the client. And the client went on social media and blasted you out about the experience and didn't tell you about you making them conquer their fears on getting their first ride and being open to having more fun in their life. They only just comment on the vomit that got on a little bit of their clothes.
Hey guys, would you mind signing my petition?
What for?
I'm trying to get Andrew Tate unbanned.
No, fuck off.
How come?
You're bullshitting me, right? Yeah.
Look at my face.
You're right. He's got links to human trafficking. If you ignore the misogyny, and if you ignore the issues of women, if you don't care about that, human trafficking is a serious issue, and I'm sure everyone, even misogynistic males, can agree with that. He has got over 13 sexual assault allegations against him, and he says that he dates 18 to 19-year-old women when he is significantly older than that, so that he can shape them for the rest of their lives. Now that to me sounds like pedophilia. Thanks so much for supporting someone like that. So
Actually, pause that for a second.
Oh, no. If you're not going to sign it, then I
I'm
don't
gonna sign it.
No, you're not.
She's the opposite to me. Give it.
Oh, you're not gonna sign
Oh,
it?
it's,
I am.
I don't want you to rip it. Andrew Tate should be unbanned.
No. Let me sign it.
But he's
Let
a
me
top
sign
G.
it. No, let me sign
But
it.
he's a top G.
I don't know about it.
I'm sorry. You're telling me he understands the troubles, but you don't.
Why
What
do you-
part of
why do
Andrew
you
Tate
want-
screams good guy?
They say I'm a threat to women, which is absolutely not the truth. It couldn't be further from the truth. And I want to say two things about that. I can't think of another person who reached fame as meteorically as me, who never had a single, I've yet to have a single woman come out and accuse me of rape, sexual assault, try and get money from me? None. I have a long and varied history with females, and not a single one, despite I now have hundreds of millions of dollars, has come forward, now that I'm the most famous man in the world, despite the newspapers finding them online, finding exes I haven't spoken to for years, calling them and offering them 25 grand for a story, bribe, to turn on me. Not one of them has decided to turn on me and lie for money. Not one. And that could have very easily happened to me. It would have been a nail in one of the coffins if that would have happened to me. Luckily, none of it did because I'm a gentleman and these women know that what's happening to me is bullshit. Not a single one has come forward against me, but I'm a threat to women. I would argue that most men in my position, if they had a meteoric rise, one of their stupid exes would go, "F this guy. Yeah, I'll take the money," and start talking.
And just not in my own words, I was recently watching this PBD podcast that just recently passed with, and I think they actually were brave enough to actually have Andrew Tate on after being canceled. And I believe he's still fighting through whatever charges or claims of whatever, the Matrix is throwing at him. But he basically clarifies a living standpoint of what almost looking at the eye of the Matrix looks like. Let's look at this.
You know what he makes me think about is, and I got a question going back to Logan versus yourself on the outcome, on what were you solving for, where he was wiser, but what he made me think about is the following. This is the question I think society has to ask themselves. The government has to ask themselves, families have to ask themselves, women have to ask themselves, men have to ask themselves. Andrew Schultz, who's a ridiculously talented guy.
Yeah.
He's a comedian, right?
Yeah, I know.
Please, why are you so obsessed with the serial killer shit?
Yeah, I know.
Fantastic comedian, right?
Great name, by the way.
Yeah. So he says, he was saying that, I don't know where I saw this video, I think it was on a TikTok video or Instagram video, where he said, in China, they allow videos to go viral that's about education. In America, they allow videos to go viral on TikTok of people acting a fool or dancing or doing silly stuff because this is their way of getting Americans to be distracted to do silly stuff because that's how they're getting rewarded.
China, ByteDance,
now,
they own TikTok.
let's say that's true. Let's say his ideas, he doesn't know for a fact that's true. Let's say for a fact that it's true. Let's play that.
Let's play this.
Well, then we have to ask a question. Here's a question. What content goes viral? Okay, let's go through it. Does porn go viral? Boys watch a porn video, they say, bro, you gotta see this. Does porn get a lot of eyeballs?
Porn gets eyeballs.
It gets a lot of eyeballs.
Viral, and that's
But wait a minute, it gets a lot of eyeballs.
Yes,
right? Okay.
yes.
All right, what else goes viral nowadays? What else gets a lot of eyeballs nowadays? So
Stupid dances,
stupid pranks, what else? Pranks
anything
gets eyeballs.
nonsensical.
So you have to answer the question, why is all of this content about depensifying men going viral on platforms that don't defend this argument? Meaning, Instagram doesn't defend what he stands for. Okay, TikTok doesn't support what he talks about. Okay, YouTube doesn't defend and stand what he stands for. The core foundation of those companies is very different than the core foundation of what he has towards women because they're more feminist. They're more men are, making men weaker, all that stuff. But if these things are getting this many eyeballs, maybe what it's saying is the market is sitting around saying, dude, we've been waiting for this for a while, man.
And that's what's happening with Andrew's Tate content. And that's what happened with Kevin Samuels' content. And that's what's going to come out with anybody's content when somebody that is supporting a structure or it's always going to be somebody that's in a business or somebody that is creating some type of technology for some social narrative to make sure that they're always on top and they're always hedging the markets. That's the main reason why a lot of these people get canceled. It's not from free entrepreneur, free thinking individuals, young kids that are aspiring and just looking at, the bad guy and the good guy and trying to figure out, what qualities are best about them so they can disseminate how they want to structure their character. And it's like, if we just continue to allow these long forms of content to be contexted into this little 1 minute, 20 second, 30-second video where we take things out of context and we talk about this one little bad experience that's a part of satire, that's a part of a joke, and we act like this little point right here, this little reference point that we just seen is the whole entire context of the whole entire conversation. And these are what a lot of these people are spewing, are coming out of society now, like Andrew Tate, like Kevin Samuels, like Sneeko, like anybody that's just attacking or just questioning anything that we know or anything that we're doing, and just trying to come to some type of logical consistency where we're actually at a point where we're moving forward. And when you have people that know how to do that, know how to explain it, and can tell you about things in a joking manner and in a serious manner to where you can understand it, because just think about it, like just like with Sneeko, like, and is one thing that I agree with him.
Y'all suck! Politics aside, banning aside, y'all suck. It's boring.
If somebody's just sitting there for hours on end and they're just like, things is like this, and you basically build a camera, and this is how you get it, and you move it here, and then you take that and you click that little button right there, you see that red button right there, it's like, and imagine somebody doing that for an hour. So at some level, these guys have enough awareness around them to not only realize that this is an interview, but they're realizing that they're entertaining the person that they're speaking. They're trying to engage with them so they can ask better questions or bring out a better journalist in them. And then at the same time, entertaining the audience while marketing their capabilities as a personality in movies or whatever they choose to endeavor in. We're acting as if we can't do that anymore. Like, we can't make a small joke, or we can't reference something that we think, or we may analogize in our own way through things that we've been through. And because most of society is not into those type of things, we can push it because it's not normal in our world. We have to make everything normal in our world. Eventually we have to come to a point where we start to look at content creators, or look at somebody that is coming out and actually trying to voice their opinion and question things that we question. Like when we get into that Truman Show theory and we say, did that really just happen? Did that glitch really just happen? Did 9/11 really happen? It's not saying that it isn't real. It's not saying that it didn't happen, but I can't question it. And if I question it, I'm gonna get canceled. If these people display information about why it could possibly not be real, that's a problem. We gotta stop that. Please, let's stop canceling people that are just speaking openly. And that's it for Who's Next.